Guys, in today's episode, before we get into the 10K Coaching Academy, right now I'm in therapy. And a lot of you guys know, like if you've been following the podcast, you know that I'm in therapy. And I'm going to share with you guys an insight that I got from my therapist today. So we were talking about this idea of criticism. And over the weekend, I had this like realization where I was like, I've always wondered like what the best way to handle haters is, right? Because all of us have had haters on our social media, or somebody that'll comment something super rude or negative, or somebody that'll say something to us that might be personal to us, close to us, like a friend or a family member, and they'll say something to us that'll really like strike and it'll really hit. And I've always wondered what the best response is to it, right? So in the past, I blocked them. There was one time I smacked a dude. I've done all like hide the lie, everything, right? I've always done all these different things to people that are like criticizing me to block it out. But then I got to thinking like, why is it when somebody says something to us, most of the time it doesn't hit, but why is it once in a while somebody will say something to us that really stings, that like really gets to us? Maybe somebody comments something on your live stream and they say something like, you're too fat to be a trainer, or you need to go to school, like nutrition school. You have no idea what you're talking about. Or you've got body dysmorphia. You shouldn't be a coach. Like somebody will say something to us once in a while that will really sting and it will cause us to question ourselves. Why is that? Why is it sometimes when people say something to us, it really stings? I got thinking to myself over the weekend, what if the reason that when somebody says something negative to us, what if the reason that we feel triggered by it, or we feel mad or upset at them for saying something rude to us, or we feel upset, is that when somebody says something to us that is negative or hurtful, that when they say it to us, the reason it hurts is we were already thinking it to ourselves, but we might not have been admitting it to ourselves. And so when they say it, they make us aware of what we were already thinking to ourselves. I'm gonna let that sit in for a second. What if when somebody says something negative to us, the reason it stings is because what they said about us, we were already thinking about ourselves. And when they say it to us, they just make us aware of what we were already thinking to ourselves. What if that's the case? So I was talking to my therapist about this today. And she's like, I completely agree with you. That's exactly what's happening. Because she said, we don't pay attention to anything that doesn't matter to us. And the only things we pay attention to are the things that are true for us. Like if something makes you upset or mad or angry, it's because it's true for you on some level. It's inside of you, and that's why you're noticing it, and that's why you're triggered by it on the outside. So then I asked her, I'm like, okay, so if it's true that if somebody were to call me a fraud, or if somebody were to say I was too fat to be a fitness coach, or if somebody was to say that I'm posting too many pictures of myself on social media and it hits, right, and it actually affects me, then how do I use that data in order to become better? Like, how do I recognize that this actually is real for me? And what do I need to do in order to solve the problem and begin the healing process? And so this is what she said. She said that she wanted to, her idea was that she wanted to collect evidence about something, like collect evidence of the opposite thing. So she said, if somebody says something to you that really triggers you or upsets you and causes you to kind of like question or doubt yourself, you need to collect evidence of the opposite thing. And so if there's some sort of you that, like, if somebody says you're too fat to be a fitness trainer, and they say you're too fat to be a fitness trainer, and then in that moment you're like, oh, maybe I am too overweight to be a fitness trainer. She said, what you need to do is you need to collect evidence of the opposite thing. So go into your social media and see all the people that you've been able to positively affect despite this, this quote unquote overweight feeling that you have as a fitness trainer. She also said that you need to work on loving that part of yourself and work on it fully accepting like yourself as you are, and realize that if somebody says that you're too fat to be a fitness trainer and it actually lands for you, then that's an opportunity for you to do some internal work on yourself and fix yourself so that when somebody says something like that to you, it doesn't affect you internally. Does that make sense? So that was what we were talking about in the therapy session today. And that was what really landed for me. And that was what kind of like really like got to me. So hopefully you guys are able to take something from that lesson. All right. So guys, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 10K Coaching Academy and what it actually is. So for me, those of you guys that don't know my story, I've been an online fitness coach for 7 years. When I was an online fitness coach, we worked with thousands of online fitness clients. And now what I do is I specialize in helping personal trainers take their businesses online. When I first started PT Domination, the way that I was doing that is I had a $5,000 course. The $5,000 course would be 12 weeks. And in that 12 weeks, I would do everything in my power to get my clients, my goal was to always help them make their investment back so that by the time they graduated the program, all their money was in their pocket. Like that was the thing. Then after a while, I realized that I wanted to create sort of like a self-study course. So I had a $5,000 course. Then I also had a $1,500 course. And the $1,500 course was like $1,500 one-time payment. It was a self-study course. You take the course. You wouldn't really get a lot of coaching from me, but you'd get the access to the materials. And then COVID hit. And as soon as COVID hit, we had all of these personal trainers out of work and nobody knew how to grow an online business. Who here was affected by COVID? If you were affected by COVID, just let me know. So based on the pandemic, I realized that like there was a lot of personal trainers that were out of work and didn't really know how to build an online business, but they needed a lot of help. And so that's where I came up with the idea of the 10K Coaching Academy. And so me, Cole, and Corey, what we did is we put our brains together. These are my business partners, by the way. They're the people that helped me build this movement. And we're like, okay, so we've got all this knowledge on how to help people build a business. There's a lot of personal trainers that are out of work right now, and they're not able to afford a business coach, but they need to learn how to build an online fitness business. So what do we do right now to help these trainers that need our help? Like, how do we help these trainers that need our help? So what we did is we came up with the 10K Coaching Academy. And the 10K Coaching Academy was an idea. It was an offer for personal trainers who were seriously affected by the pandemic. They lost a lot of their clients. They couldn't train people in person anymore, and they wanted to take their businesses online. And with the 10K Coaching Academy, essentially what we've done is we work closely together with our students, and we provide 5 coaching calls a week. We give them access to a course. We work closely together, and we're basically their mentor and their guides. And our sole intention is to help them make their first $5,000 in the first 90 days of the program. So that's basically the promise of the program. Come into the program, follow the units, and you'll hit $5,000 within your first 90 days. Because I know for me, like the biggest level of impact that I like to have on clients is when I'm able to help a client that land fitness clients, and then that client goes out, they help people transform their life, they land some fitness clients, and they get some clients amazing results. So here is like what we do in the 10K Coaching Academy. This is the step-by-step process, and this is the walkthrough for how I help clients in the 10K Coaching Academy. So if you're not in the 10K Coaching Academy, this is a little bit of insight as to what we do. The first thing that I teach all my clients to do is how to document, not create. Now, the reason we do this is because a lot of online fitness coaches, when it comes to creating content, they tend to overthink it. They think like, oh, it needs to be perfect. I need to have this HD camera. I can't get started until I know X, Y, Z. And so a lot of online fitness coaches don't actually share the knowledge that they have because they're so focused on finding their ideal client, and they forget that it's just about creating content and documenting the process. So the first thing I show all my clients how to do is to document their journey. I give them some very simple frameworks and some very simple templates for posts that show clients how to get online easily and effortlessly. So number one is the 10K Coaching Academy shows you how to document your day. Now, the second thing is like, how do you sell online fitness coaching? Like, what does a program actually look like? What do the disclaimer forms look like? How much should you charge for a program? How do you deliver the service? What apps should you be using? How do you set up your application? How do you book appointments? The second thing I show all my clients how to do is craft their core offer. Now, your core offer is so important. That's like the main thing that you're going to be selling as an online fitness coach. Typically speaking, I tell my online coaches to start out at $650 for a 12-week program or $250 per month, and then increase as you get more clients. And so once you get 5 clients, you increase your prices. Most online fitness coaches in the program are selling programs for $750 for 12 weeks or $300 per month. So the second piece of the puzzle is we document, we show you how to create content. And then once clients start reaching out to you, we show you how to book calls and start making sales. Now, which gets me into number 3. Like, how do you sell these people? So you're creating content, you have your core offer, so you know what you're selling, but how do you actually sell these people? I think that a lot of online fitness coaches are afraid of sales. They don't want to be salesy. They don't want to come across as inauthentic. And so a lot of people like kind of shy away from sales as online fitness coaches, but online fitness coaches, don't get me wrong, like you are in the game of sales. And if you're not willing to sell yourself, if you're not willing to put your offer out there, then nobody's going to want to work with you. There's nobody that's going to line up at your doorstep and just like hand you $750. Like there is a sale involved. And I'm going to give you guys, like, I give you guys step-by-step frameworks for the DMs to show you how to book more calls. And then once you're actually on the call, I'll show you how to convert that call into a client. And now remember, once you start signing clients, like every client that you sign is worth $750, whether that be upfront or they do a 12-week payment plan. But either way, every client that you sign is worth $750. So you're creating content, you've got your core offer, you know how to sell it. Now the next part is I actually teach you how to create your avatar and create your ideal client. Like who's your ideal client? Because we don't actually start with ideal client, because ideal client is kind of like something that you get into once you start making moves and you're in momentum. I actually want my clients to sell before they're ready and to sell to the people that are already kind of there. And then once they've got a couple clients, then we're like, okay, now let's really focus on your avatar and let's dial in your content. And so we show you how to document your day, get consistent with your content. Then we teach you the avatar stuff. Now, the avatar stuff is like, how do you create content that relates specifically to your ideal client? One of my clients, Alex, made $4,500 in the month of April just because she started creating a deeper emotional connection with her content, and she started writing content that was able to be relatable to her avatar. So we document your journey. We show you how to document your journey as an online fitness coach. Then we show you how to set up your core offer. Then we teach you how to sell clients. Then we teach you how to go a layer deeper and actually start attracting that ideal client that you want to work with. The next piece of the puzzle is lead generation systems. Because as an online fitness coach, you can't do the same thing everybody else is doing. You can't just post content and hope people come to you. It doesn't work like that. And so the two lead generation systems that I teach in the 10K Coaching Academy specifically are the DM Messenger process to book phone calls. So like how to get a poll vote and turn it into a phone call. And the second lead generation system that I teach that's very effective is a 14-day challenge. So I show you exactly how to structure a challenge, how to promote it, how to fill it, how to get more people to sign up, how to get clients results, and how to get testimonials from that challenge. One of my clients, Brent Phillips, made $2,500 in a single week just from running the 14-day challenge. So in the 10K Coaching Academy, I think one of the biggest things that is the most important that nobody really wants on the front end, but once they're in, they realize the value. And if you're my client, you understand this, is the community. There are so many coaches that don't have a support group of people that are hungry as shit, like people that want to succeed, people that are driven, people that are passionate, people that are like excited about the idea of growing their coaching business. And so when you surround yourself with other people that are trying to do the same thing as you, when you surround yourself with people that are hungry, when you surround yourself with people that are ambitious, you become ambitious yourself. Because when you're in a coaching program where there's like 450 other active students and there's so many people posting that they're winning every single day, when you log on to Facebook and you see that, you see all the wins that are happening, it motivates you to work on your own business because everybody that's posting those wins is in the same program as you, which means they have access to the same information as you. So important. So we actually focus on community, and we focus on mindset, and we focus on making sure that like you're leveling up as a person in the coaching program. Is all making sense so far? If you're like, listen to the podcast, give me like a silent head nod. Now, the last thing is it's all about systems. Like, you know, once you've got a few clients and you're starting to really like understand the, you know, client acquisition process, in order to get from like 3K to 5K to 10K, at that point, it's about systems. And systems is like your time management. Like, how do you manage your time? Systems is also your morning ritual. When you wake up, what's the first thing that you do every single day? System is like, how are you creating your content on a consistent and regular basis to make sure that your audience is always getting value, so that you don't do 2 weeks of like super consistent and then all of a sudden you like fall off track and you lose momentum in your coaching business. So we do focus on systems heavily in the 10K Coaching Academy, making sure that we're teaching you not only systems for your content, systems for your time management, and making sure that you're leveling up your mindset as a system as well. Cool. So there's really 3 main aspects of the academy for all of those people that are like kind of interested in learning more about it. Number 1 is the training. Now the training is every single week, there are 5 coaching opportunities for you guys that are interested in learning more about your business. So we've got a coaching call on Monday. It's called Shredded Brain Academy. We always theme it for the week. So this week on Shredded Brain Academy, we taught our clients how to get more phone calls. Then we've got a Q&A every Tuesday. So Tuesday is actually today. So Tuesday is going to be the Q&A where we answer any of your questions live. Wednesday, we've got a live stream just for mindset called Tough Love. Coach Cole just literally goes on and rips all of our clients a new one and gives them some tough love. Thursday, we've got Savage Sales, where we'll actually review your calls with you and we'll break down your sales process. And on Friday, we bring in any of our students that are making over $10,000 a month, and we put them in the hot seat. And we basically interview them on how they're making money so that all of the coaches or all the clients in the program can get the result from that, and they can kind of like learn from somebody who's actually making 10K a month right now. So that's number one. That's like the training aspect of it. Now, the second part of the program that you get access to is the blueprint. And so when you join the 10K Academy, we've got a blueprint that's designed literally step by step, every single thing that you'll need: templates, systems, scripts, everything, how to post, how to write content, how to take pictures. So we give you all of that in your first 6 weeks. And that's the 90-day blueprint in order to get you to 5K. So we call it like the 6-week blueprint, but typically it takes students about 90 days to get through the whole thing. But our promise to you is to make sure that you're at 5K by the time the 90-day mark hits. And then the third thing you get access to is the members area. So once you're done your first 6 weeks, me, Cole, and Corey are updating the members area every single month. We've got 10 new videos coming into the academy on mindset, attraction, conversion, delivery, all of it. And so some of the new videos that we posted up there recently is how to grow your Facebook group, how to get on TikTok, how to use Instagram Reels, how to grow on LinkedIn, how to lead generate on LinkedIn. So once you've mastered the fundamentals, then we show you some different stuff that you guys can do in your coaching business that's like not necessarily involved in the fundamentals. So a lot of you guys might be thinking about joining the program, but you don't actually know how long it's going to take. So the way that the program is designed is as long as you have like 1 to 2 hours a day, you'll be able to see some awesome results. Now, if you don't have 1 to 2 hours a day, it might not be for you because again, like growing a coaching business, it's like a part-time gig at first, but then when you start to get 10, 20, 30 clients, like it will become more full-time. And that's kind of the goal. So you can get more clients and you can transition out of your other job so you can work full-time on your business. But even if you're working part-time, working shift work, studying part-time, you're a parent, this can totally work for you. If you're a beginner and you have no experience at all, the 10K Coaching Academy is literally perfect because the way that I designed the program in my head is I wanted to make it simple enough so that if somebody came in and they're using social media for the first time, they would be able to understand how to post, how to write content, how to generate leads, etc. So that was like the level of simplicity that I broke down each training with. If you feel like you don't have the right personality to be on video, pretty much all of our clients feel like that. And that's why I forced them to get on video anyways. There's going to be a lot of areas in the 10K Coaching Academy where we ask you to step outside of your comfort zone, but that's kind of the goal, right? Like we want you to step outside of your comfort zone. How long is the program? So the 10K Coaching Academy is a 12-month long program, but our goal is to get you to 5K within 90 days working together. The coaching program is 12 months of support and access. And we do that because it takes time to build a business. Like you might see a lot of success in your first 3 months. And then all of a sudden on the 4th month, you kind of shit the bed, you forget to post, etc. But the 10K Coaching Academy, the way that we designed it is so that we give you 12 months of support. So again, remember my old course was only 12 weeks. This one's 12 months. We really extended the offer. So what's the investment? Usually my coaching program, again, is 5K for 12 weeks. But as soon as the coronavirus hit, I decided that that wasn't a thing anymore. So right now I'm offering an extra 9 months of coaching and I've decreased the program, which means it's $300 USD per month. So all it takes to get started is $300 USD per month, which is fucking crazy considering if you sign one client, you'll double your investment. And my goal is to make sure that you sign a lot more than one client, which is why there's been so many people talking about the academy because like we're actually really not asking for a lot. And then in return, we're giving you guys a shitload. My goal is to make sure that every single online fitness coach that comes into my program leaves with positive results and positive reviews. And I know for a fact the people that follow the program get awesome results. And so part of my job as a coach is like, how do I get more people to follow the program? Because if more people do the units, more people are going to get results. And so I'm helping you overcome your self-doubt and your fear and your anxiety and your overwhelm and your time management. Like those are some of the systems that are involved because as long as you do the units, you're going to get the results. So again, you do get 30% off the usual price of the program for the year, and you're getting an extra 9 months of coaching. So the guarantee, the way that it works is that when you join the coaching program, I'm not going to lock you into a contract for 12 months right away. I'm going to give you like 60 days to test it out, which means that like it's $300 per month for the first 60 days. And then as long as you're getting value, you're more than welcome to stick around for the full 12-month term. But within the first 60 days, for whatever reason, if you don't like the program, you can just cancel. If you don't like me, if you don't like the program, if you don't like the coaches, whatever, for whatever reason, you can just cancel, no questions asked. And then I do that because I know that like the long-term commitment does scare a lot of people. So I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to kind of learn from me without worrying about getting tied into like a 12-month long contract. Cool. So that's like a breakdown of what the 10K Coaching Academy is. I don't think I've ever done a podcast where I just told you guys exactly how it is that I help you. A lot of my podcasts are just straight value. And I know that some of you guys are curious about what I offer. So for those of you guys that are curious about what I offer, that is the 10K Coaching Academy in a nutshell.